What are the roles Russia and China are playing in this Iran, US, and Israel war? Do they want the war to continue, or are they working for a permanent ceasefire too, like the Pakistani government? Well, let's start with China. You see, China wants the war to end, but in Iran's favor, because Iran is a trusted ally of China. China gets 40% of its oil import from the Middle East. So with this war disrupting the global oil route, it's affecting China's economy also. 90% of Iran's oil goes to China at a well-discounted price. Report also shows China has been supporting Iran militarily to humiliate and weaken the American global reputation. Since the start of the war, it has been speculated that China has been arming Iran with advanced military weapons like the Javelin for air defense purposes, advanced radars, drone components, economic support, and diplomatic backing. China denied sending advanced weapons to Iran and said it maintained a neutral stance in the conflict and urged the war parties to end all hostilities. But recent reports showed why Iran have been able to track and target US air base across the Middle East. It's because they secretly acquired a Chinese spy satellite amid the war, while some said it's around 2024. This explained why Iran missile strikes were so accurate and efficient with timing. Reports suggested there is a risk of China being drawn into the war. You see, after the ceasefire talks failed in Islamabad, Pakistan, Washington started its own blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. Classic treating poison with poison. This US blockade targets Iran oil export, which indirectly targets China's oil import, because 90% of Iran's oil export goes to China. China also warned US not to interfere in its oil trade with Iran. Sources familiar with the Chinese military said China is considering sending warships to escort their oil tanker amid US blockade, which could bring about a direct confrontation between Beijing and Washington. Now, let's talk about Russia's stance in the war. Unlike China, Russia has a serious military alliance with Iran. Iran had also helped Russia in its war against Ukraine by sending hundreds of thousands of the infamous Shahed kamikaze drones and thousands of artillery shells. So you see, by default, Russia is indebted to help Iran, and Iran is also operating several Russian military equipments like fighter jets. Example, the MiG-29 Fulcrum, used for air defense purposes, Sukhoi Su-24MK, older generation aircraft, and the Yak-130 trainer aircraft. Also, Iran has made orders for one of the most advanced Russian aircraft, Su-35 Flanker-E, with delivery slated later this year. Iran also operates Russian helicopters like the Mi-28NE Night Hunter, Mi-17 transport and attack helicopter, Mi-26 heavy lift transport helicopter, and Mi-8MTPR-1 for electronic warfare. Iran also operates several Russian air defense systems like the S-300 air defense system, S-400 Triumph, Tor M1, and Pantsir S-1. So my friends, you can clearly see Russia and Iran are pure military allies, and recent reports suggested Russia also aid Iran with intelligence and surveillance too. Though no independent verification has been done, Russia only publicly sent tons of humanitarian aid to Iran during the active phase of the war. Now the question is, does Russia want the war to end, or does it want it to continue? Well, according to my own analysis, Russia wants the war to continue in order to tie down and drain US resources, probably meant for Ukraine. Also, Russia wants the war's attention to be centered around the Middle East, so they can quietly achieve their military objectives in Ukraine. Furthermore, due to the closure of Strait of Hormuz, which spiked the price of oil, Russia is making huge profit, and some sanctions imposed by US were lifted. So clearly, Russia is a big benefactor of the US, Israel, and Iran war. There are several reports that Russia has been arming Iran through the Caspian Sea, where Washington or Tel Aviv cannot obstruct. Well, that's all I have for now. Follow me for more updates.